Books.
There we go.
There we
Hey.
go. Yay!
All right.
And we got somebody in the chat. Oh, hello. While you play Magic. Well, I'm glad that you're here while you play some Magic. I hope you win. I hope you get that ring card.
Hey, well, wait, that's not how.
Is that not how Magic works?
No.
I don't play that game. It's for people who want to be warlocks and. I mean, you know what? I'm a witch, so I get it. You know what? That's besides the point. Hello, love bugs.
Hello, love bugs. Today we're starting off our Caker and King cast here today. I got my lovely, beautiful lady right here, Miss Nikki Caker.
Hello.
And me, King.
The king himself. King Richard V. Wait, what is your...
Girl, no, that's...
Do you not want to be King Richard?
No, it's King Henry. That's the joke. It's like King Henry because...
Oh! Yeah. You are...
Yeah.
You sure you want to be a King Henry?
No, it's a joke.
I know it's the joke,
it's a play on my name. That's why I like it. So, it's outside of that, no. Okay. Also, my last name literally means king, so... Yes. But, thank you for tuning in to our podcast for today. We have a couple of beautiful things we want to talk about. And also, while you're here, make sure you also like and subscribe to Miss Nikki's channel here.
Yes. And also, in the future, we're going to be making our own channel for just this podcast itself. So, stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. We'll make sure we link those. And then also, the previous episodes will be edited and posted on there so you can watch those with a more fine-tuned, like kind of easy listen kind of feel for it.
Yeah, make it more flow a lot better, like instead of having all these ums and stuff in it.
But just having us talking live, because I mean, I feel like the live element is a huge part of it. Like, we like it.
Yeah, it's fun to do it live a lot of times, but it's especially because like since we got someone in the chat, stuff like that. So
yeah,
but yeah, no, but let's get into today's topics.
All right, so just as our icebreaker, we want to talk about our watch list, some things we've been watching as of this past couple of weeks.
Yes.
So, you want to go ahead and start that off with it?
Yes, I do. So, as you guys probably know, I am old. I am 62. So
okay.
I love giving people dyslexia. 26. I'm 26. So growing up, there was a lot of shows in the early 2000s I couldn't get a chance to watch.
That thunder.
That is thunder. It's raining here, guys. So like, I'm a little drowsy, a little tired. So if I'm, anyways, but there were some shows I never got a chance to watch, but certain scenes have been burnt into my brain. And one scene was from a show you guys are maybe familiar with, Desperate Housewives. And there was a YouTube video I watched of somebody recapping the whole first 3 seasons. And I'm like, you know what? Let me officially watch this show. And when I tell you this is like, all of my worst fears of when it comes to like ever being a housewife to this, like, oh my God, it should, I honestly am thinking about doing a whole video about Desperate Housewives and how it legit just gives me anxiety and fuels my paranoia even more.
Well, why so? Like, what specifically, like elaborate on, like, specifically, like, even the characters and, like, their storyline and why that brings that paranoia to you.
So, for example, I'm gonna pick one of the characters that I resonate the most with, I feel like, and you guys, I don't fucking care how you guys feel about it. Brie Vanderkamp or Brie, she is very stickler to a point, like, to the point, like, she is very precise, she is very detail oriented, and puts on a face of graceful posture woman and da 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 da, but she's always attracting no good men to her. Her first dude cheated on her type shit, wanted to leave her, yada yada. They try to work it out, but in that meantime, some other dude was trying to entertain her, and she was like giving him a little attention, like, ah, da, da, da. I'm just so sweet of you. And he's like, yeah, I want to be with you, and I'm gonna kill your husband to be with you. And I'm like, whoa. So that's another thing. She keeps attracting killers in her life, and it's just like, what are you doing? What about this type of woman is attracting violent men into her life? Like, I don't get it. Now, mind you, her recent husband in the season I'm at season 5. Orson. I love Kyle McClanahan. I love him. I if he has a son, please. Like, no, every character this man plays, I love him. Like, I love the dude, and I'm like, I'd be with that guy. I understand that character. Like, he is such a sweetheart. I get why he strangled and shot that kid. Like, he deserved.
Not I get why.
Because like he was playing a character from Law and Order SVU. That should give you a lot. Yeah, that should give you a lot of like. But in this show,
very like Joe from what's that? You.
No.
Netflix show.
No.
The stalker dude.
He is not that. Not Orson. Not in this show and in the SVU episode. He was very much not the stalker. He is the hopeful, naive guy that believes in like the hope in people, and when it's like woefully thrashed right in front of him, he's just like, no. Like, why would you do that? Why would you take advantage of my kindness and my hope in humanity? Like,
oh, so he a crash out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I like him. Orson is a crash out. He is, and Bree is like, why do I just keep attracting crash outs? The bitch is a crash out.
Well, because that part, because I feel like crash outs definitely attract each other. Yeah. But I think that a lot of times that people don't realize is that a lot of people that are like crash outs are really softies, and they feel like when they get taken advantage of, it's like that softness. It's like, okay, you took advantage of my niceness. Now I have to do something like... Now
I gotta kill you. Now you gotta turn yourself into the police because you took advantage of me loving you. Now I figured out that you ran over a man. No, turn yourself into the police now, or I'll never take you back. That is literally what she did. That is literally what she did. And she made that man go to jail for 3 years. Like, Free Pussy Game is on 10, bro. It has to be. Has to be.
I mean... That's the thing, though. A lot of times, I joke about it, right? But like, I feel like some men, when they get like certain, like that certain around certain women and like certain when sex is good, it make you something in your brain chemistry start like going like, you know, start doing the most.
Sex and money are the two things that really can manipulate a person's mind. But yeah, I can go further into how Desperate Housewives. But that's not what this is about. So you go. What you watching?
So I've been recently watching. Me and my partner, we've been getting into Project Runway.
Magnet. Sorry.
Yes, the comments have been giving me weak too. So me and my partner, we've been watching Project Runway, and mind you, I've been super enamored. This season's been really good. The looks have been looking, and then
I wish we had the fans to clack it.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's fine, but continue. What season are you on?
So this is season 21. So it's the newest season, obviously. Okay. And then so one of my favorite drag queens is on there. She's her drag name is Utica, but like out of drag, her name is Ethan. And they go by Ethan. And the season's just been really good. There's been a lot of really good clothes, a lot of good themes. I think that at the beginning it was just too many team challenges for me. But that's just because I'm like, okay, I want to see what you do as an individual, not necessarily a part of a collective. I feel like some people got to skate past because they was part of a collective.
Yeah, no.
Instead of like, okay, but like, how do you stand out on your own? And I think that a lot of the like designers on this season, like there are some that I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting you to be here, but now that I see you done improved, you done locked in a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I guess. And then some of them like, okay, when you going home? Like there
Not
was
when you go home like, this is fun.
there's literally one girl in the season, and like me and my partner was like irritated she was safe on an episode, and then literally 2 episodes later she finally went home and we were cheering. We were like,
thank
yes,
the Lord,
thank
the Lord. Get this
because two
here.
people went home that should not have went home over you, and that's what irritated me.
See, okay, so here's the thing. I remember back when I was younger watching it with my sister because she very much loves fashion and all of that. She would be so mad when certain people would go home over another motherfucker. She would just be like, "This is ridiculous! This is keeps doing this." So I feel like that is a constant battle within like the Project Runway community. Of like deciphering who really deserves to win, who really deserves the way to go home, and who all of that shit.
Because fashion is like art, so it's all up to interpretation.
Fashion is art.
So, well, yes, fashion is art.
It's just wearable art.
I'm just saying, like, it's just like, any normal art piece, like any art piece in general, art is always up to interpretation. It's subjective. So, I might find that something that I think is like top tier, like fashion, might be to somebody like, it's okay.
That is very true. I feel like both music and fashion are the most subjective mediums of art. Not even film and like animation are as subjective as fashion and music.
I agree, because I think like with fashion, it's very polarizing because I think that really good fashion has you talking about it. Like if I'm not thinking about what you're wearing, if it doesn't make me think like, okay, how did you like, or if the structure is not something unique, or something along those lines. And then also fashion can just be simple stuff like just how you could like just in case of like simple stuff like for instance,
Supreme.
That's just a label. That's not fashion. Don't get me started on that.
Ooh.
Supreme just puts their name on a bunch of like already like made normal things, and they just put their name on it and make it expensive.
Yes.
That's it. It doesn't make it fashion. Just putting the label on it doesn't make it fashion. I'm like, you can wear literally some labelless stuff, and it's all about how you put it together, the accessories. That's kind of why like for instance, a lot of Japanese like streetwear, because it's very fashion in the sense of like it's all basic clothing, but they add the zippers, they add the chains, the little Funko things,
the little charms and trinkets and all of that.
And it gives it that extra
layer it.
Yes, perfect layer. They layer it all together, and then the way that it comes together, it brings it's very pleasing to my eyes, and I think that that's something that I would like to do. As far as like fashion, that's kind of what I do. Is I'll put accessories on. I'm not huge on like it has to be this label. Now, certain labels I do like lean towards buying more just because I think like they make quality clothes.
Yes.
And also they tend to like, if I wash it or something,
they last longer.
It lasts longer. So that's one of those things that I tend to like. But it doesn't matter if I can find the quality clothes in a Walmart for $3, or if I can find it in some like indie like shopping like store or whatever.
Or thrift shopping, honestly.
Yeah. As long as the clothes are quality, I'm okay with it. I don't really care.
Fashion is the eye of the beholder, honestly. My fashion sense is different than from a typical person. I feel that, honestly. There is a lot, and I really do love the fact that, like, in today's day and age, we're starting to see a lot of men really starting to tap into, like, what fashion means to them, and it being more flashy. I won't even say flamboyant, just flashy, like putting more layers together and like actually like there's a Instagram like fashion icon Wise something. I remember seeing a lot of his stuff when he does like Sonic the Hedgehog type outfits. Like he'll you know what I'm talking about?
He made the fit for B&O, the artist.
Who's B&O?
I'm probably saying his name wrong. It's it's literally B&O. As he does like these. He's like rave. I think he's like. I've only listened to like one song, so again.
Damn.
But
we know that you put on that shit because you got dressed by a motherfucker who be putting on that shit.
But he did this like concert where his whole like group was dressed up like Sonic characters. Like he's Sonic. He had Tails, he had a Shadow, he had a Rouge, he had a Knuckles. It was kind. I liked it. It was giving what it needs to give.
See, that's how you get your wee sucked, bro. Like if you coming out here looking like either Sonic, Shadow, or Silver, pull down them pants. Sorry, but
I'm like, goodness gracious. Or, like, it's just that easy for you, Nikki?
No. You still gotta be intelligent, but no, you can't just cosplay in a maid outfit and just say like you can't just do that.
I agree. The more flamboyant, the better. Is kind of how I feel about most outfits.
I don't see. I'm not trying to like scare off men by saying certain words like flamboyant.
Well, okay, I say flamboyant because it is in a sense like. That's kind of like the correct term to think about it, because it's like saying that it's feminine is not like, yes it is feminine, but like it's not feminine. It's not like this is the only thing. Like there's still elements of like playing with both, right? And that's why I like kind of like the word like, that's at least when I use the word flamboyant, that's kind of what I think of. I'm like, it's kind of playing with both elements. It's like it's leaning towards the effeminate side, but like also still having like some caricatures of masculinity in there. Yeah. Like, for instance, a prime example of somebody who I think dresses very flamboyant, but you still see the masculinity in when he wears it is like Inoue Choppa. Like, hold on, I can show you quick.
While you're looking that up, a good historical figure, in my opinion, two of them honestly are Michael Jackson and Prince.
Oh, absolutely.
Very much. Like, and that's crazy because when I was younger, societal thinking, like, I always think, like, Prince looks super, like, fruity and everything. He dressed like a girl, da 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 da. And my mom was like, no! Fuck you mean? I let him do whatever he wants to, like.
But that's the thing. Those are the type of men that could wear high heels with they cheeks out and still pull your girl.
Like, that's... And now I'm older, I'm like, I kind of get it. Hold on. Oh.
Like, you see what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
I love fits like this. Damn, I wish I could show them. But it's basically more like it's a traditional Eastern Asian type of style of how men like it's dress. Kind of like they still have a robe.
Yes. It's like a skirt. Like, not like necessarily like a skirt.
It's a robe.
Like, yeah.
It's a skirt robe. And I feel like we need to start normalizing that shit over here. The fact that the Scottish have kilts, but we only do it when it's a traditional time. Bring back wearing kilts. Wear some underwear underneath it. But bring back wearing kilts. Bring back wearing, like, robes in public. Like, bro,
I mean, here's the thing. I think that fashion has kind of taken, like, a nice turn, at least recently.
Yes.
To a lot of these things. And I feel like as we progress, it's starting to get better, but it just kind of depends on like how, I guess, over here in the U.S., like how everything with the administration, all that stuff, how everything is going with that. That's kind of like, it's hard to express yourself openly when people around you aren't like, they immediately assume you're something just because of the way you dress. Yeah. And that's kind of been like a thing where like fashion kind of, it shouldn't just be like only like queer people are like pushing it, but it's not just queer people in fashion. It's just we kind of like are like the spearheads for it in that sense. Queer and black people mostly, I would say. Like that, those are when I say pioneers, that's what I mean by pioneers. It's usually queer and black people that are like usually leading these spaces, and a lot of times they don't get that recognition for leading these spaces. And when they do get that recognition for leading these spaces, the problem is that it's usually in backlash. It's usually like,
why you gotta put them on, or like, your guys are acting like we don't ever see them. We know, like.
And this is one of those things that I'm like, well, yeah, you can be upset about it, but at the end of the day, that's who's making this stuff. I'm like, most of the time when y'all like wear certain outfits and stuff, it was originally worn by like either a black person or a queer person that made it, and probably someone who's both.
Like, and that's a lot of things. That's majority of the time people don't ever want to bring up. Like, it's not a black or queer. A good amount of the times, the person that feels so free is the person that has been so oppressed, which is a queer black person. Like, that's like.
A lot of times that's when the best art comes out. So like I feel like a lot of the fashion has been getting pushed lately because of all the stuff that's going around. Mm-hmm. So people are taking their art in like even their clothes as like statements to be like, okay, I'm gonna like I got to do something.
A form of voicing yourself and letting your voice being heard.
Yeah.
Love to use the other word, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but that's honestly I feel like that's a great way to say that. Is we're voicing ourselves and like, you know, in a way that is maybe small but still impactful.
Honestly, I got tired of dumbing down my fashion just to be called something I'm not. Just just to be called something I'm not. So just did it.
Yeah.
Our cards. Sorry, we had to move our mic to actually see the comments. But no, seriously, like after a while, as I'm realizing, the patriarchy don't serve nobody. Men feel so conformed and trapped that they feel like you can't express yourself. Now, bro, at this point, just be called gay so you can feel okay. Like, Jesus Christ.
But it's one of those things because it's like no one wants to be like called gay because then it's like that's a whole lead of like issues, right?
I do understand that. I do get that, and I really,
especially when you're not actually gay, like it almost feels like an insult because it's like, well,
but it's
what just because I look good, I'm gay. Like that's kind of like one of those things that's like.
But that's like here's the thing, like it seems like an insult because like to them, the person who is saying that to you, they are trying to insult you. But after a while, when you think about it, in my brain, I just think is like, you don't like that's just not an intelligent insult. It doesn't make sense. So I'm like, I wouldn't feel insulted by it because I'm like, you are just not intelligent enough to actually come up with an actual
thought out insult. This is like very mediocre.
Not even school. Mediocre. It's the fact that like it doesn't make sense in the fact of like because I look sharp and snazzy, I like men. To me, that tells you that you think I'm so sharp that you're attracted to it. Does that make sense? Like, you kind of building up, you're trapping yourself when you say something like that.
A lot of times it's their own insecurities being reflected and, like, portraying it on projecting it on somebody else.
Literally.
Like, most of the time it's projection. I'm not even gonna hold you. But that's why I love that, like, I have friends that are straight that are not afraid to, like, step out of that, like, that shell of something like that because they know that, like, you know, at the end of the day they like women, so women are gonna like their confidence exudes that, right? Like no one is gonna be upset that they dress a certain way because it still gives that like they like women.
Some women will. I will say that because I recently hanged out with a closed-minded ass woman who was like, that's weird. Why he want to touch butts? Like, even if it's yours, yeah. You're close-minded.
But that's just because she's probably been like, and I hate to say it, she's probably been jaded by somebody that was DL and portraying something.
Oh, very much. Very much so. And I get that. 90%
of the time, it's literally just because of that. Like again, also, we gotta...
It's trauma. It's very much trauma a lot of times. Trauma. I get that.
And I wish that more women were open to dating openly bisexual men to kind of like alleviate that. And also, I wish people can just be upfront with like the fact that they are bisexual and just kind of get over it.
It really, a lot. If those two things together would happen, I feel like a lot more ease in dating would happen.
Thanks.
I had something else to say about like the being open and everything, but we can move. We honestly need to move on to the next topic, and we kind of. Oh no! Wait, I do want to say this. I remember now. Men, if you feel like you are a bit self-conscious about getting your nails done, don't. I literally just saw a podcast of men, like black men, and they all had their nails done. They were cute as fuck too, and I'm like, oh my god. So that's how guys would want to have their nails done. Start doing it. Start having like little designs on them. That's cool as fuck. You look like an anime character. Like, I love that.
I think it's one of those things that, like, one, not everybody can pull it off. You gotta be a special, like, you gotta be a special kind of, like, baddie to pull that kind of stuff off. I'm not gonna say that, like, but because if you don't take care of your cuticles without the paint on them,
they're not gonna actually sit well. And that's the thing too. I feel like a lot of men don't know you have to care for certain things to get them done, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's again the whole self. But I'm gonna say I've gotten a manicure before, and I just got like a small gel kit, and I was like, oh, this is cute. I like this. And then I did. I let when I was in high school, I let some of the girls like paint my nails and stuff, because I was like, they would do like cute designs, and they were trying to like learn how to do more stuff, and I was like, I don't care. I'm like, because I was open with my sexuality, so I was like openly pansexual, so I didn't really care. But also, it was one of those things that it was like, you see how I like present my day to day. I'm like pretty like masculine presenting, quote unquote. I say that, but like I also am very effeminate in some ways. So I'm like a good mixture of both.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things that like people would like try to say something about me. I'm like, but my nails look good. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't have no chips, no cracks, no nothing. You over here with dirt under your fingernails got the audacity to talk about me and my painted nails that are clean.
That's not dirt, sweetie. That's anyways.
I'm like, yo,
you don't wash your hands thoroughly, sir. Why do I see dirt underneath your nails?
No, let's clock that too.
Because I have a very bad habit of still finding dirt.
The problem,
I'm talking shit.
I will literally be. The problem is I'll be like at my desk like with like I used to have like a little nail cleaner, and I would literally just be under there just getting all like the gunk and stuff out of my nails if there was like after I wash my hands.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's sometimes after you wash your hands there's some like just
there's some shit still in like the corners or everything.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what. Oh my god, I hate that. That's why I like to keep them super short to the point where like
there's no
way for anything to get underneath it. But then
it's
oh
like,
my god, sidetrack the fuck.
a whole set of other issues within that, but. One of the other things we wanted to talk about is the women in rap today. So we wanted to start with the Glorilla diss Brianna, where she was dissing Young Thug and Mariah, which is Mariah the Scientist, which is funny because
it is. Can I just
go ahead?
If any of y'all watch Long Beach Griffy. There is a particular video where he said the video is called when a rapper comes in the booth and they angry at their ex or some shit like that, or they angry at someone. That skit is what Glorilla did. The entire song. How long was that song? Minutes?
It was about 2 minutes and like 20, 30 seconds, something like that. I'm not gonna hold you. It was funny. One, I love that the girls are getting in the booth. That is what I'm like, yes, stop with the Twitter beef. I don't want to see that on my Twitter. I want to see it in the booth.
Well,
put it in the music.
I'll say this. Twitter, I feel, here's the thing. Twitter is still used by some crazy people, Nikki, but I think they all off on Twitter, honestly. They either go to Instagram or they have to get in the booth. Like, literally, there's no way for their other to settle these beefs anymore because
I'm like, yes.
X or Twitter is a trash-ass fucking place to, like, do anything.
Get in the booth.
So, like, now they have to get in the booth.
I'm like, nah, I'm tired of this. Like, get in the booth. I don't want to see you arguing. I don't want to see the lies. I don't want to see none of that. That's just too much. You're giving me too much. I need all that energy. Put that in your music.
I need it to
be like.
Put it in your arts.
Because here's the thing. One, I feel like some of the diss songs, especially in this past like year, or so past year or 2 years, these diss songs have been doing their numbers. They've been doing numbers. Like the fans have been loving them. It's been making hip hop interesting, right? And I feel like that's one of the things that we've been missing a lot in the industry is that it's not been interesting. There's not been no like actual competition. I mean, there's competition, but like when the males beef, that beef don't really feel like it's real. Like outside of Kendrick and
The most recent, most famous one that just
but
happened. But other than that,
like most of the time that beef don't feel real unless somebody getting shot or something, and then the music that
that's
they make out of it usually ends up being trash and stuff.
I'm gonna be real with you. That's such a sad indicator of whether or not a beef is real for male artists, let alone male rappers.
Is
You
it
gotta get
somebody get
shot.
shot? Yep. It's crazy.
Y'all that barbar. Continue.
But it's such a wild time to like think about. But I'm like, I love that one of the ladies have been like women in rap in general. Like I feel like if you are getting tired of like the male rap space, I feel like you need to listen to some of the women because one, there's more diversity there in. And not all of them rap about the same things. Like, although there are a lot of rappers who are like, like I know there are a lot of rappers who are basically, like they have like a lot of the mainstream rappers who kind of like are, wait for it a little bit. I always get lost. And you have a bunch of we do have a bunch of mainstream rappers who are like kind of like they have like their own lanes and stuff, but they're also you have like rappers like No Name who are rapping about like different things, different topics, even more like
She's talking about the community and how we need to like change as a society. Honestly,
yeah.
I love her stuff. I love No Name. Another one I was noticed is Little Sims.
Yes. And then
I have another point about Little Sims, but continue.
and then I don't know if they count like they're kind of a rapper, but they also sing. And they're I'm using they because they are they them. They use they them pronouns. But in Nico, they have really good music. Their music is very like it resonates. And then they have like I said, they're both a singer and a rapper. So they rap and they sing, and their voice is very beautiful. Like very much like how Doja is, if that makes sense. Like
Yes.
but like
wait,
more,
Doja Cat or
yeah.
Okay, sorry. Whenever I hear Dochi
Doja
and
Doja.
Doja Cat like
I
will
mean,
get mixed up a lot.
to be fair, Dochi and Doja Cat are similar rappers, if in a sense.
They are. They're very much so. And they gonna be upset when people compare them to, but they are very
I mean, they're both rappers who are talented, who can sing and can do multiple things.
and they're both performers. They're very talented performers.
And
They are
they're-
both free. They're both expressive when it comes to their art and everything. It's just they're very similar, but at the same time they are very different.
Yeah, like
So,
I feel like they have a similar mindset of like I can do
Yes.
anything, I can do everything, and I'm just like
I'm that bitch and I can do everything. My art is
It's just and I'm sorry, but when you are that girl, you're just that girl, you know? You
I
can't
this is my personal like a tier list of those type of women, honestly. Both Doechii and Doja Cat are kind of like, and I kind of like to do a royal type of hierarchy or tier list of it, but like they're kind of like princesses or like A or B tier, but the actual queen or king of it is Little Sims. I really do love Little Sims. I've been listening to more of her backlog and all of what she does and like in her music and her lyricism, and I feel like she is very much from the other pawn side of doing what Doechii and Doja Cat are doing. And it's more because, like, yeah, Doja Cat and Doechii are selling stadiums around the world too, but I feel like when you are like not from America, you are automatically, when you get big, you're big from around the world. And it's gonna be
yeah. I think that a lot of times, right, because it's hard for other markets to get into our market, and it's vice versa. It's hard for our music to enter other markets, right?
Yes. Also, that was my opinion, my personal opinion on like who I think is like for the free-minded artists.
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, you're totally valid in that. I can understand that as like a perspective, and I feel like there are even more artists that, like I said, I've been getting really tapped into like indie artists. I've been trying to like purposely find like artists who I feel like are undiscovered and things like that, because I'm like, one, I want to support like the smaller artists and creators, because as someone who is a smaller artist and creator, I feel like it's good if like when other people can see your music and like share it and stuff. And then also as someone who has a platform and is developing a platform, I feel like it's part of that thing, like part of, something I want to do is like, if I like this, I want other people to see it because I want, you know, I want you to be able to continue doing this, and that's kind of like one of those things that I'm like, I hope that when we do these type of things and we get the opportunity to maybe bring like artists and guests on our show, they kind of get that love that
Yeah.
from us, and like the same love that I want to give to these like I said, smaller artists, and things like that.
Think it's like I want to support others who are in need of support, and that is the thing when it comes to like picking and choosing who you want to support, because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, they don't have the numbers, why are you even trying to support them and all that? It's because they don't have the numbers, and I see that they're working hard, or that I like their music, or that they have talent, or whatever reason I want to do it. Because they have the smaller numbers, I feel even more
Obligated to want to help.
yeah, like,
Because it's like I feel like sometimes when I see those numbers, I'm like that those numbers don't reflect your artistry, and I feel like a lot of people want that instant gratification. They want to have a song drop and it go number one. They want it, and I understand that. Listen, uh, as someone who writes music all the time, I be feeling like I be writing hits, and I'm like, well, you know,
a lot of the majority of the time that a lot of artists are realizing, or I am realizing, not as a musical artist, but just like a creator, um, sometimes your art is not for the time when you have created it.
I realize that.
Like, yes, it's very, like, I feel like one of my which is crazy too, it shows within the analytics, like, whenever my Blaze Blues Guilty Gear little video pops up is when something related to Blazers or Guilty Gear actually happens, and it's like it has to correlate. It has to be for that time, and a lot of people are ahead of their time. A lot of people's ideas and like art is so ahead of the time to the point where like people won't understand it. They just cannot understand it, but you have been able to understand something that others have not, and you were able to put it down. Just gotta wait for people to also come to that conclusion as well.
Right. I mean, honestly, a perfect example of that is Doechii. Like, I've been listening to Doechii for years. Before she blew up, I've been trying to put people on the Doechii. I was one of the people that like literally sent you some of her music because I was like, okay, this is you got to
I
and
think you sent me Persuasion when it first came out or
yeah,
something. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's good. That's nice.
yeah,
What's
and
more of her stuff? And I don't think I was able to find more, or I just didn't care to
I
find
think it
more or
was
something.
like, cause, and I say this a lot. Like a lot of her like beginning EPs were like kind of all over the place. She was starting to like find her sound,
Yeah.
and I do. I think personally that I liked a lot of that diversity in her music because it showed me who she really is. Like she listens to a little bit of everything, so like she can make a little bit of everything. And all of it sounded well. And then I was like, but she's primarily a rapper, so I was like, I would love for her to tap more into that. And then she started to do that more as she progressed in her career. And I was like, especially when we look at like some of her bigger songs, right? Like, um, now this one is probably not the best example, but I feel like she did a little bit of both. Like what it is one of her bigger songs that like kind of blew up out of nowhere, right? Like so it's persuasive. Then what it is, for me, I've been a fan since Spooky Coochie. That was one of my favorite songs.
How old is Spooky Coochie? Because I love that song. And
It
I thought it
is
was like a good 3 years old.
that song is old. I think it came out in 2020. So like good
I
5
wouldn't
years.
say 5 years is old. I would say
Okay.
7 years is old. Like if she's been doing it since like 2018, then that's when I'm like, oh wow, she has been doing it for a while. But she's only been doing it for 5 years.
I want to
think.
say that came out like 2020, 2019.
But speaking of coming out, the person that we mainly wanted to talk about with music coming out,
It was Cardi B.
Cardi.
So we've listened to the album. I've listened to it quite a few times personally. I do like the album myself. And listen, this is open floor. So I I said that I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 personally, and I go ahead and say your number,
I gave it a 6.
and that's a fair number,
Yeah.
right? So, and I'm like, this is coming from two different spectrums of it, so that's why we wanted to make sure y'all can get like kind of a two different points of view.
Yeah.
So, for me, as someone that liked it a lot, like a couple of standout songs for me were like Bodega Baddie. I love that.
That was good. I will say that was one of the ones I liked.
Like, cause obviously it's just such a like, it's honestly you could make an entire album sounding just like that and not listen to it. Like, and honest, like one of the things I feel like Cardi, like in your next album or just in your next project, if you're listening or if our team hears this, I would love to hear Cardi rap more in Spanish.
Like, on God.
It
like,
sounds...
It flows so much better. And I'll go into it on my side, but continue.
Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of times because, like, I feel like Spanish is more of, like, at least how it sounds to me. It sounds like Spanish is more of her, like, first language. And I would think that, especially with, like, some of the artistry she's done, I would love to see her rap more in Spanish, like, and lean more into that aesthetic. And then combining that, like, hip-hop, like, because she's Afro-Caribbean. So, like, combining both of those elements in multiple different ways. I mean, you could, like I said, with Bodega Baddie, she kind of combined like a mariachi with like a what's that? Like a drill beat.
Did you say Afro-Caribbean? Why did I just disappear? Why did you say Afro-Caribbean when Caribbeans are black? Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that.
Well, okay. Not all Caribbeans are considered black, so that is technically a distinction.
Because I've been...
Like, so...
I want to act like an actual person from, like, the Caribbean at this point. Because I've been doing a lot of research and watching videos on shit, and I'm hearing so many different opinions and perspectives.
It's because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so there are people who are, like, there's a lot of, like, black descent in their, like, a lot of their bloodlines, because you had, like, slavery, people escaping slavery and like traveling to these like countries that are in the South and stuff, like from Mexico, and then going into the islands. Then you got places like Haiti and stuff, which is basically like a slave island.
It is.
It still is.
All of the colonies over there were slave colonies. They worked on there. The slaves were on there. That's why I'm like, what do you mean?
Well, they're a free state now, so
now it's a free state. But I'm talking about during like colonialism and all that. They were all slave islands.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, are they not black if they have slave descent in them?
Not all of them do, because some of them were like considered like of like some like Spanish European descent.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So that's kind of like where those like two like lines kind of differentiate.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's why it's kind of like one of those things that's like that. But as far as like I said, I would love for her to have more of that like kind of like fusion sound. And then like I said, rapping more in Spanish in general would be, I think it's just interesting. One, it's someone like as big as her, she has the ability to do the numbers with it, obviously.
Honestly.
But two, I feel like it would be more in her lane as an artist and as a rapper, and I feel like it would be more like if she's already commercial, but this would truly push her to that like almost like how I feel about Beyonce and Renaissance, right? Like, I feel like Beyonce has always done really well, but Renaissance is one of my favorite albums because it sticks out to me specifically because I felt like there was a lot of love, heart, and soul into that, and that's what I would want Cardi B to do in her next project.
Okay. Well, my quick opinion on it is, well, to get on the fact of why I also believe that her working on her next project, yes, you adorable. Yes, you should be pet right now, but we are doing a stream. Now get back in your little ball and go back to sleep.
Screaming.
But one of the benefits, or one of the reasons why I think it would be very beneficial for her to do more Spanish within her or speak more into her. I'm assuming I don't want to assume it's her native tongue, but like do more Spanish, do whatever language feels more comfortable with you, because in this like album, a lot of the songs you were enunciating you were pronouncing so eloquently, like just you sounded as if you had an accent and you were trying so hard to cover it up that it's noticeable that you have an accent that you want to cover up, and it distracts me personally from the flow that you're trying to give when you're doing a given song. A lot of them in the beginning, it felt that way that Cardi was doing. So that's why. Why the fuck am I changing from second person to third person? So sorry.
It's kind of funny because I've been watching it too. Like I'm like,
like, why are you doing you as if you're speaking to her and then referring to her? It's like, are you insane? A little, but but no. Do what feels more comfortable to you, to Cardi. I don't know why the fuck I do that.
But it's one of those things I think that's probably hard because as an artist in this industry, you have to also think, okay, what is selling? What is going to sell? What's going to make me do numbers? Because they have to meet the numbers. Otherwise, they don't get funding for the projects.
I do understand that, but at the same time,
but I'm like,
it's going to be like...
You've shown you can do the numbers. I feel like now we need to see, like, I want a project that feels... Like, I mean, you could tell that this project has a lot of her heart and soul in it. Like, especially some of the songs, like, they're very personal. It almost feels like listening to a diary in some cases, right? And I do like that aspect of it.
Very much so.
Right?
It's a little too... I will admit, a lot of these songs kind of hit home to me personally too. Like, yeah, it really feels like she's like one of the characters in Desperate Housewives. Like, girl, like you should... But no, very, very, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's trying to figure out like how we sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Apologies.
You were fine. One of the things I think that Cardi should do is try to not only like I said with this take her album from not just being like a diary of like her life. Like I said, this is what this album kind of diverged into for me. But like I said, I still listened to it. I still liked it a lot. Most of the songs were still like have like replay value for me. I skipped maybe 2-3 songs that I probably won't play that much anymore. I'm just being 1,000% honest. That's why it's not like a perfect album for me. But I do believe that if she were to completely just take a step back and like truly delve into like a project that had, like I said, more like Spanish like sounding, like I said, the more like I said, leaning into that bodega like Batty type of sound, leaning into like
the bongo sound,
bongos, like these are the type of songs that I feel like I wish she would do more of, but actually like speak Spanish in them, actually rap in Spanish. Like one of my favorite songs by her is actually when she's rapping in Spanish. It's a song with Azuna where she's a feature.
Well, I will have to fully listen to it to see which one you're talking about.
Yeah, but I was like, she's like, and I'm like, see, where's this? I need more of this, you know?
And you know what's... I feel kind of ignorant as well because my only language is English. So I don't even know if she's fully speaking Spanish very, like...
Very fluently.
Not fluently.
But like
the same way of how she was enunciating and that too wasn't flowing well in Spanish. I can't even tell that. So you know what?
That could be. That's true.
Shit, you know what?
That's true.
I already got more money than me anyway. So like, what the fuck it matter?
It feels more seamless when she raps in Spanish.
Too.
It feels like she's comfortable. Like you can feel that sense of like comfort and confidence. Whereas I feel like when she's sometimes rapping in English, yes, she's like talking her shit, and that part is coming off confident. But the way she's saying the words, it's like she's almost having to like
it's like you're not confident on how you are saying the word.
yeah.
It feels as if you are somebody who was born and raised in Texas. You got a very thick ass Texan accent, and you can't, or not even Texas, just Southern in general, and you can't be able to get it out, and you feel subconscious about it. So you try your best to talk in a more pronounced way. It feels like that. So yeah, you ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta do that, Cardi. What did I just say not too long ago, Cardi B? You got more money than a lot of the motherfuckers out here. You got more money than your baby mama. Sorry, your baby daddy. So I don't understand, like, why the fuck you out here. You right.
Right there the first time.
Yes, baby mama. You got more money than your baby mama. So, like, why are you... What is we doing? What the fuck you care about people caring about your accent? It's one of the things that I gravitated towards you for. So, like, I don't know.
Speaking of offbeat, can we talk about how, like, he is just... Like, sir, you gotta just find something better to do. Like,
then try to ruin a pretty ass woman, an independent woman's life. Like, I don't want to judge the women that he goes after, but I do want to see the ages. I want to see how old they are. I really do want to see how old all the women that he wants to cheat on Cardi B with, because if they're twice the decade underneath you, we all know the real reason why you're doing this.
Well, he's not that old though. Like, you gotta think, Cardi's only 20 in her 20s. Like, she's 20.
What?
Yeah, Cardi's only like 28, 29.
No, she's not. Don't lie to me like that. She's 35. I'm pretty sure she is 35 because in Love and Hip Hop she was 26, 25. It's been 10 years since then.
Okay, maybe I might be wrong. You might be right.
I'm just saying, like, wait.
She's 32.
32? Okay, I was close.
I was like, okay.
So she was 22 doing all that shit on motherfucking Love and Hip Hop?
That sounds like, no, she's still in her, like...
Ain't Offset 40 something?
I think Offset is like...
So he's 68. So once again, in black men's terms, if you 42, you 68. I don't care what you like. These niggas need to be humbled on how they want to treat women. So I'm gonna let y'all know that a lot of y'all...
He's only a year older than her.
So what? He's 53? Okay, cool. Anyways, why is you 53, my nigga? Get the fuck over yourself.
I'm screaming.
Bitch out here. Oh my god. Because he's already getting attacked about his masculinity of having a whole ass, like...
The problem is, right, so this is about to sound even crazy,
You had
right?
someone nut on that.
Oh my god.
That's ignorant as fuck, but it's still funny, and I don't like that joke, but I still laugh at it. I'm probably gonna go to hell part-time every now and again. God's gonna send me down from heaven, like, you need to do your time in hell, right?
I'm screaming. Not that's how it works. You gotta be a part-time serving in hell. But, no, so what I was gonna say is, like, with Offset, like, I feel like, and kind of just tying this back in with the Cardi B thing, I feel like a lot of men in these type of positions that have successful women, a lot of times when the women start outshining them, they get a little jealous. And it starts to become apparent, and they feel like they have to do more to kind of, like, basically make themselves a star again. And we've seen it in, like, multiple different kind of, like, relationships where, like, men and women are dating, and then, like, one of them becomes more successful, and it almost becomes an issue.
Mm-hmm. Or they're already more successful than they are. Like, a lot of times, for example, DDG, like Halle Bailey, like, nigga, who the fuck is you? Who is you? You got your name really out there once you started dating her, and you trapped her. So, like...
And another example of bitter baby daddy syndrome. Like, they love calling bitter baby mamas. I'm like, we gonna call out the bitter baby daddies. So,
and y'all got money. Why are y'all bitter? Ain't money supposed to solve a lot of y'all issues and these issues? Like, what?
No, because they realize that no matter how much money you have, you can't replace the love of somebody that actually cares for you. And when you lose that, you try to fight tooth and nail for it back. But the problem is you already lost it, and then they don't know, like, they take it for granted. Like, they get comfortable and complacent, and they feel like if I can get you back, then it don't matter what else I can do now because you don't already let me get away with it more than once. And I feel like he took advantage of those opportunities Like specifically Offset took advantage of the opportunities of like somebody's kindness, like Cardi B, similar to probably DDG, because I feel like she didn't like Holly didn't probably take all of this stuff like
too seriously, or not even too seriously. She
like
probably
she wasn't
was
trying
like,
to take him to court for the kid until he
yeah.
started acting out. Until he started making it an issue, and now she's like, okay, well now you're making it an issue. I'm going to make it a bigger issue.
And not even make it a bigger issue. She really did not say anything. She went straight to the courts.
Yeah,
the courts is the one that let it out and made it public. So
because
if all
you're going on social media making it public, so now we have to tell you to stop doing that because you're making this a bigger issue and trying to like
because your frontal lobe cortex is not fully developed. Since you want to be a baby, sorry I couldn't say that phrase all the way. Fucking, I'm gonna just say you want to be an infant because you want to be a fucking infant and be throwing a temper tantrum that a grown woman that you nutted in, my nigga. You got your rocks off. Why the fuck more do you want from her? I don't get that.
It's because they feel like that, you know,
my nuts in you. I own you now. No! No!
Kind of like men have this like.
It tastes like ass. You think that anything not tasty in me is gonna own me? You stupid fuck.
Well, that's your problem, sis. You need to stop fucking with men that don't drink water. I'm because that's horrible. Like if it's that bad, baby, there's something wrong with that person. They not taking care of themselves.
Like, see, this is why I'm a nun, because I'm not about to be out here figuring out whether or not you drinking enough water for me. Like, I eat this.
Oh my goodness.
Let me not. So that's gonna be cut the fuck out. That will be cut out in the final edit, but.
Go me, swallow me, drip down the side of me, out for you, let it put it.
I mean, Cardi is my spirit woman, so I understand. I put on my Brie face first for you guys to see before you can see my Cardi side.
I'm screaming. Also, another thing I did want to kind of like cycle back to, and I think that with Offset particularly, I wish he would focus more on his music because I actually genuinely like some of his music. Funnily enough,
really fucking crazy. I keep forgetting that nigga's a musician.
Oh my goodness.
That's how.
I didn't even listen to his last album though, so that's kind of like not gonna help his case at all.
Like that's what's fucking crazy about you, Offset. You have became one of these crazy ass, quote unquote, up and coming rap baddies back in the day that was trying to use one of these niggas' names out there, huh?
He was a part of Niggas. They were a whole successful group on their own. The Migos as a group.
So when you need other motherfuckers and you splinter off and you still can't be successful, it seems like you're using someone else to stifle your. Like it just seems like you can't do shit on your own. No, regardless, you ain't an independent artist. You ain't. Like, I'm sorry.
Not everybody is Justin Timberlake. Well, actually, I'm gonna say somebody else because he kind of like a little. Not everybody's the Beyonce of the group. You know, sometimes y'all just might be Michelle.
And maybe you need to be doing some gospel music.
I won't even say that y'all are Kelly because Kelly's one of the better singers of the group. I know no shade to Michelle though. We love Michelle over here. But
somebody's doing gospel music. Which one of them?
That's Michelle.
So maybe you should do some gospel music.
And that's all. Michelle's good. Listen, she picked her lane. She found the lane that was better for her anyway. And honestly, if you listen to a lot of Destiny's Child music from back in the day, she was slipping that little gospel in there. Like after all of the happy and sadness, or after all of the tragic and sadness, truth comes happiness. If I surround myself with positive things, I'll gain prosperity.
In the name of us, shut up.
Hallelujah.
Oh, my voice was very scraggly in that. I don't know what is going on with my voice. I need more training on it. I need to actually do training.
Oh.
But yeah, no. Sometimes, and that is the craziest fucking thing. Like I feel like a lot of people who had a name, like a big name, in like the 2010s, some of them are able to continue with their music careers, such as Beyonce. Beyonce has been doing shit for 3 or 2 decades now, fully. So she solidified in motherfucking music. She tried acting, wasn't all too good. So
she got a few movies I liked. I liked her in Carmen. I like Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls. She was in Dreamgirls?
Yes.
I need to rewatch Dreamgirls. I remember remember watching her in Obsessed.
Oh.
And that was...
Choices.
That was...
But Austin Powers? She's Foxy Brown.
I never watched Austin Powers.
Oh my god.
That is still
You've not seen the good movie she in. That's the problem.
Okay, Beyonce. Never mind Beyonce. Maybe.
That sounds like she's
Once
not.
again,
she's
I've
not
been
the greatest actor.
Like I've been gatekeeping myself away from you and fully seeing what you are capable of.
Yeah.
I remember watching Obsessed when it came out back when it first came. So I was like 11 or 12, and I was like, "What is she doing? What did you do to my baby? Bitch, you ain't mad enough."
No, for real. It was one of the things I'm like, yeah, girl. And that one it. But I was like, Carmen, really, she did. One, if there's a role where she get to sing in it, she's going to do really well with the acting part. I think that those type of things trying to translate for her. If there's a role where she can be a singer,
yes,
she's gonna eat. It's gonna translate back. Like I feel like she has to have some type of like relative experience to it
to actually act it out.
And I feel like, and that's just, again, that's not every actor. Some actors can pick up anything and work with it. I feel like
she can do Obsessed now.
Probably.
She really can, because after the whole Lemonade finale, she can do Obsessed now. I feel like she could.
And I feel like her acting has definitely gotten better, because if you watch if specifically, if you're wanting to like look into it, you look at Lemonade as like a visual album. It is really actually like a really good movie too. Like just like it's almost like a musical. Watching it from start to finish, it's like a really good story. She's painting a picture of like her and like basically going through infidelity, like all of the stages of like dealing with it, the anger from it, the trying to be free from the situation, and reminding that person like, if you ever try me again, don't think that this. Like, I'm letting this slide.
I'm showing you forgiveness. Look at all of what could happen to you if I did not forgive you, motherfucker.
And remember that. Remember that. Because I'm like, it's very much given, like, try me if you want to.
Fuck around and find out again. Because we let you slip this one time, nigga. This one time. Yeah. Don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen.
You gonna lose your wife.
You gonna lose the woman. Wait, take off. Gone too soon.
Facts.
Yeah. Wait, was that who was? Yeah. That was the other member of me. Yes.
Which, ironically, I say it all the time, but I used to say he was literally probably the best rapper of the three. I think Quavo's pretty decent. He's more like the catchy rapper of the three. Offset, he has more.
He's just a third body.
He has an alternate sound, and I feel like when he leans more into his alternate sound, I feel like he has much better like sounding songs. Truly, that's why I really liked the album that came out before this one. I didn't listen to his last album, so don't ask me, don't quote me on that. But I truly listened to it from like start to finish, and I was like, okay, it's a solid album. I gave it like a 7.
I need to actually.
7 is not like. I'm not random raving about it, but like
7, I feel like once again, Nakey Jakey makes a very good point. Shout out to Nakey. I'll probably put the video up here, what he's talking about, or what I'm talking about. But he makes a point of saying like the 7 out of 10 rating in general. He was talking about video games, but I'm talking about in general. 7 out of 10s does not mean that it's mediocre. To me, it does not mean mediocre. It means that it meets the standard of what makes something qualify as good. Yeah. Now it can be debated on whether or not it is good to some people, but regardless, it meets all of the standards. It has met all of them. Number 8 and 9 basically means like they exceeded it, and number 10 means they perfected it. So,
and I love that as a rating, and I feel like 7 definitely meets like the bare minimum of like I'm not going to say bare minimum. I'm like what I consider a good like rap album. I feel like there's different sounds. He played with different flows. He had different cadences throughout. There's a few hits on there. There's a bunch of sleepers. I think there's really good like features on there. I think he played, like I said, he did and even some of the like music videos, some of the videos even like help illustrate the story. Because I'm like, okay, you can tell he's a huge Michael Jackson fan. It's literally throughout like the entire theme of like this entire album. It feels like if Michael Jackson was a rapper, this is kind of like the feel he's trying to go for. And I like that as a vibe. And I was like, okay, I think that if you lean more into this, lean into like this type of aesthetic, and maybe even took it further, like going like, cause like now he's doing more of like this like kind of rock sound. And I'm like, I want to see more of that in my rap. I want to see rappers go outside of just rap and bring that into like the hip hop space. Like bring like the rock, like Megan did it with Cobra. I think that
I
like
still don't like that rendition of it though.
you don't
That,
like the rock version. It's the
no.
best version. I'm sorry, we gonna have to.
I like the guitar riff in the beginning, but I feel like it doesn't fit with the actual melody.
I think
of
that the lyrics of the song and the rock and like the super rock version, I can understand where it probably is a little like maybe a little like not exactly cohesive.
I actually feel like the lyrics are they could go with a rock more sound. I just feel like that the flow that she wanted to like present with that sound does not like it. So it's the lyrics, the flow, and the sound that makes it all together. And I feel like her flow like kind of was combating the other two.
You feel like she wasn't riding the beat as much as she could have.
Yes, and I feel like her whole flow should have changed.
I think that she probably should have redid the song. Maybe.
Honestly, yeah. At that point, if your flow, you may just have to redo the song. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see that, and I can also I've also heard her do it like kind of as a live performance too, and I was like, I think that also sways my opinion on it a little bit more because I feel like the live performance definitely sold it on me more because I feel like she also made her flow more catered to the song.
Okay.
Now the other thing with that, and I would like to bring up as well, and as another example of this in the artist is like, for instance, Doja Cat. When she was performing "Say So," she had like 20 different versions of that same song, but they were all it was the same song performed in multiple different ways. She did like a 1920s version. She did like an emo rock version. She did like a super pop star mix. Like, you know.
So, like, basically, a lot of times when sometimes there's a YouTube, like, jazz cover of a song type shit, I love that. That's what I mean by, like, when I be Doechii and Doja Cat both are, like, they are creatives. They are, like, I can hear this song in 5 to 10 other different ways. And I will rewrite and create all of those ways. I will do all of that.
I've done
they
that
have
with songs
80.
before.
They have them motherfuckers.
I've done that with songs before because I was like, I've thought like, you know, songs. I mean, when I do, I think the best way as an artist, if you want to cover a song, is to find another genre that you feel the song fits in that also fits in your wheelhouse of that you can sing it.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I think that like a lot of rock songs can be turned into R&B songs and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, "Boulevard of Broken Dreams" is one of my favorite Green Day songs. I had like there was like a little dive bar. They were like basically performing like a soft like a soft version of it, and I just sang over it with like R&B like vocals, and it sounded like good. And I was like, huh. And so I just was playing around with a bunch of different things that I like, kind of like how they like kind of switch back and forth.
I very much love it when, because I recently just found a stupid ass meme of a Deltarune. Well, it's not Deltarune. It's Undertale trap remix of Asgore, his song, and there's a fucking meme trap fucking rap of it, and I love it when I really do love it when like game instrumentals get like a trap remix because I feel so much more comfortable trying to make freestyle lyrics over that than something that has been created by scratch. I don't know. It's more nostalgic and I already know the patterns and everything. Yeah. Now it's just at a more viable source to actually like throw some lyrics down on it.
I was gonna say a good example of what you just said would be like with Megan and Boa. Like she's literally using a like I think it's a Street Fighter sample in the song.
Yeah.
And it's like it's literally using that as part of the song And that's why I was like, I
Because
joke
it's
about
nostalgic. Like she's able to like actually correlate with like, oh, I can say this and that. It's very making your own AMV in your head.
it. Yeah. And I love that too because it's also a really good song to play video games with. Like, I'll be playing that song when I'm playing like Monster Hunter or something because it helps me with like timing for like bosses and stuff.
Like that is a dark soul. I know what you're talking about because there's a YouTube. I can't remember the actual channel name and I can't remember who talked about it, but doing Dark Souls boss fights, it is a dance. Like you have to like pace in the music of. I think I'm trying to remember the YouTuber, but regardless, the music that Dark Souls games play, for example, Bloodborne, it's literally paced at the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you dodge or some shit like that. So it's literally a dance. So I can understand how Boa really helps you with doing that stuff too. And it's just
as because it's really good for like the timing of it. Like it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, dodge, dodge. Like she'll start rapping, and like when her pauses come in, that's the perfect time to dodge. It's like, or it'll be like, okay, dodge, 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 and then she'll start for the flow, and it'll be like, okay, cool. You go back
I feel
in.
like you should like do this at home one day, like actually record yourself like playing the game with the music on in the background, and then you're like showing like how this is how you use music to help you defeat bosses in Monster Hunter and Dark Souls S games from soft games.
Like funnily enough, and I think one of the persons brought in the chat, Dark Souls 3 is a good example of this. They have like an actual fight in it, which is just like a melodic dance.
That is, see, Miyazaki, when you gonna work with Miyazaki and get a Ghibli film about Dark Souls out?
I would love to watch a Ghibli film about
I think
Dark
one of them
Souls.
will kill each other. I mean both of them. One of the Miyazakis will one or the other if they have to work together. I really do feel like that's why they have it.
I'm screaming.
Oh my god. Oh, did we have some?
Yeah,
Oh,
one more thing, which I was like, because we started talking about games, I'm like, this is actually perfect.
it is perfect.
So one of the things we also want to talk about today is AI and how it's getting super crazy out of hand. And an example is on a recent Steam game, which is an adult game. So I'm just gonna let y'all
walk
know.
away for a hot sec because this one actually upset my soul. This is a game that I wanted.
Also, can you turn the AC on?
Yes.
This was a game that was very popular. If you know, it was a top team that actually dethroned Destiny, or not Destiny. Was it Destiny? I think it's Destiny 2. It dethroned Destiny 2 from being in one of the top 10 Steam games. And it was like something that came up in the past week called Femboy Football.
Oh my eyes!
Sorry, that's the
They didn't hear that. Why you laughing at my misery, motherfucker?
They can't hear it. That's the funny part.
Oh shit.
That's why I was like, wait.
My ice was safe, y'all. There's no need to worry.
But so when it came down to it, we were talking about the like how like basically we looked into like the game because like I said, it looked like a good game. The art was looking cool.
The art was gorgeous. That was some shit I was gonna go into. Anyways.
But the problem with it is they didn't disclose how much AI they use actually in the actual game itself. Like so they said that it was used to like basically accelerate the drawing process and like they were working with artists and actual writers. The problem with that is though when you actually look at the game, it looks completely drawn in AI. I'm like one, I don't feel like that disclosure is being honest. And then also when you look into the actual production credits and things like that, there are no artists listed. It's only voice actors. So so that's where it kind of brings me to a point of like I don't really believe y'all saying that you only use AI for this portion of it if there's not even listed artists writing and listed here. And then also another person had said that the art was very similar to another like very popular artist on Twitter, and so they were trying to like basically like compare the art, and they said that they probably use AI to draw in this art style, and that's very disheartening in the sense because one, you could have just hired the artist. You could have hired any artist to actually
like
draw
to
it.
emulate their art or anything, because people are able to do that. Like, you don't need to. The fact that the motherfuckers truthfully said to speed up the drawing what the fuck do you mean speed up the drawing what will be sped up, and how is it going to be sped up? Because do you understand how the drawing process works, motherfucker? You have to sketch something down. So are you speeding up the sketching process? And how are you, like, that doesn't make sense. You need the human hands to do any of those things, and there is no speeding up the drawing process, motherfucker. It is all done. The only way you speed it up is tell that motherfucker to hurry up and draw it. It's gonna that right there would have set me off as soon as I read that. Like, that don't make that's not real. That's not how that works. That's fake. That's fake news. What?
Yeah. Honestly, it was one of those things that I was like, wow. Like, scoot back.
So sorry, I had to disappear for a minute.
It's one of those things that, like, basically seeing it, right, when it was like, I thought the art looked beautiful, but I'm like, it kind of looked AI drawn a little bit.
And you know what's really sad?
It's hard to, it's not
even, I wouldn't even say it's hard to spot it out. I wasn't even doing my due diligence to fully look because as an artist, I look at particular points to figure out whether or not something is AI or not. And I wasn't doing that because the art looked so good on first glance. I was bro, I can't wait to go to it. Like, that's what I was thinking. I let my dick get in the way. I don't have one. I let my metaphorical cock get in the way, and that's what I'm really pissed off about. Fuck.
No, for real. It's very disheartening because it's like, you know, why go through all of this? Like I said, you could have hired artists. You could have, I guess, you're trying to make it cheap, trying to do all this stuff. But again, you could have hired artists that would do this type of stuff for cheap. And honestly, here's the thing: if the art was good, people would still pay for it.
Like, real talk, I was so
because the
close
art was
to
really
buying that
good.
shit.
The art was really good for like I said, it looked like it was going to be something very interesting to play. But from what I've seen, and even like the screenshots that I've seen of it, like you could tell it's AI art. Like once you actually get into the game, you can. It's so many mistakes. Even the script writing has AI all over it because there's like typos. There's like, and it's like some characters have too many fingers and shit. So like
that part is definitely gonna get cut out. Oh my god, it's so cute. But no, and that's the thing too. A good way to cover up the AI before like you buy is to make sure the screenshots you show are clean as fuck with no AI in it. Clean as fuck. Sure, there's gonna be little spots that you can peep in through, but you'll have to purchase the game first to even see any of that.
Yeah,
so
it's all in the backgrounds. Like the backgrounds are completely AI. You can tell. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't have a single actual person drawing because there's very it's so minimalistic as far as details go. And there's certain things you can see in the when you look at the background and stuff. That's like, what is this?
It don't fucking man. I kind of want to buy it now just so I can point it out. Like, which was like, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI. Like, I wanted.
Yeah, if my friend had returned it, I would have let you play it on my Steam account.
No, and that's the thing.
But I respect it. I was like, hey, yeah. I ain't mad. Get your money back, because I'm like, nah. I'd
rather them got their money back than to continue to support that, honestly. Yeah. I just want to do some investigative work, but unfortunately that...
I mean, there's probably, like, content of it. Like, there's people that probably recorded themselves playing it.
Okay, cool. Where am I going to watch that? Because you can't put that shit on YouTube.
Not on YouTube, but you can probably watch it on Pornhub. I hate to say it, but like
there are a lot of adult
content.
gameplay on Cornhub. Sorry, we should probably say it like that.
Corns.
Yeah, Cornhub. Do you remember that year? I think it was 2021, not 2021, 2012 or like 2015, where they did an April Fool's joke and they made it all corn.
Yes,
I remember that. I was a child then. Anyway.
Just say that.
I was 15. And I was like, oh, they do it.
Yeah, and I honestly also wish that there was more like safeguards in regards to like the AI issues, like the at least here, like there are in the like the UK and like other countries and stuff.
In the EU, they kind of like they crack down on regulating that shit immediately.
And I feel like our government should be wanting to do that, especially considering the impact that it has on our like environment and stuff.
They're not gonna do that shit.
But
They're not gonna do that. It makes too much money for them. Capitalism is about having the number go up, and that's all we care about. We don't care if it kills.
the problem
Fucking
is the
hate
numbers
this
are not
place.
going up. That's the issue. So is it working or is it not?
No, 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 no. But you guys don't want to hear that shit. You guys don't want to. I don't want to talk about that. Fuck out of my face. You want to stay poured in. That's all I'm hearing. No, you can't. It's just gotta be heavily censored.
What we were saying.
My nigga, I ain't doing all of that. You know how much editing that is? You know how much blurring I have to... Cool on that. I don't even know how to do the blur effect yet. Like on a particular spot.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what learning is.
also the other thing I did want to bring up, and this kind of ties in all of the things we were talking about earlier, is did you hear about what was going on with Timbaland and his his AI artist?
Timberland.
Yeah, so this man basically
Wait, you're gonna have to go back a little bit. Who's Timberland?
Timbaland is a so he's a music producer. So like remember back in the day, like he used to work with like Aaliyah more or less. I'm trying to think of like a song that like you might know. Have you ever heard "Promiscuous" by Nelly Furtado? Promiscuous girl, forever.
Yes.
He's on that song.
Oh, okay.
He's the rapper on that song. Yeah, so him. He has an AI artist that's doing like R&B and pop music. And he's basically trying to like have them like create a full like he's trying to do like a whole label and all this stuff behind it, right? But just this artist. And now the problem I have with this, right, is that one, this is beyond weird because we're starting to enter weird territories.
Yeah.
But he basically had people sending in their like actual voices to train this AI. Like he was basically trying to like he was having people send in their like auditions for like.
So he's a thief.
Essentially.
He is a full like I think we need to really categorize and expand what theft is nowadays, and especially within the realm of entertainment and creation of art, because you should not be able to train a computer of other people's artwork, and then when that computer is able to replicate and reproduce, like literally just reproduce and copy the same thing. They're not making anything new. They're just regurgitating the same thing over that they were trained on. And then you are able to profit off of that. No, that's theft. That's theft. You've stolen. You have stolen somebody else's work and pass it off on as your own. If anything, I feel like you shouldn't get any money if you use AI. You really shouldn't, because you have done any labor. You haven't done any labor. The only labor you've done is manipulate and lie.
And don't even, like I said, don't even get me started with the other like environmental concerns as far as that goes, right? But the issue that I have with him in particular is that he decided to go about all of this by like basically lying to the people, saying that he's starting his own label, just to then put an AI artist as his only artist on the said label. After telling people to send their auditions and stuff in, and then you have an AI artist now that sounds like a lot of the artists you were looking for sending their submissions. Like, it's an immediate thinking of, okay, well, A plus B equals C, obviously. Like, so it's hard to, and then I'm like, again, he's getting some backlash, but not enough for me.
Because nobody knows. I didn't even know that somebody was trying to make a singular label with one artist on it. Right then and there, that would bring some suspicions. It's like
an AI artist at that, and that's the problem I have with it. Because again, one, as an old head in the game, I feel like you should be like heralding these new artists in, and actually, as someone who was an old head that like understood the essence of R&B. Because if you look at like a lot of Aaliyah's songs, He's helped with like Aaliyah, like him and Missy. You put them two as a producing team, that R&B album's gonna be fire. That you put them two together because you look at Leah, Sierra, Alicia Keys, like all of those like early like
2000 R&B girlies.
All of them, those two they were doing background vocals. They were writing for them. They were producing for them. So I get why he's like he is like a big name. The issue I have is that you're using your name to now basically profit off of people that you should be helping. And that's why I have an issue. You should be helping these people get up so that way that they don't get taken advantage of in this industry. Instead, you're doing the same thing that probably happened to you and now you feel like it's normal.
Yeah, not even normal. I feel like a lot of these people know that shit ain't right, but they are now older in the game and there are newbies in the game. A lot of people will spout saying like, "Oh, I want better for the next generation," da 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 da, but will harm the next generation out of spite and jealousy. Nigga, no, you don't. No, you don't. This is why I really random ass side note, but stop having kids because none of y'all are actually wanting to help the next generation. You just want somebody to listen. You just want a slave. You really do. You want somebody to take all your orders and shit, and then not ever have an independent thought in their fucking life. Like, skedaddle, get your shit tied. Like, what the fuck? Random, very random. But it's kind of the same when it comes to the entertainment industry as well. Like, you guys do not want to help and uplift the new generation because, like, you're not going to be hot anymore soon, dude. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand when artists legit, like, you fear mortality, but you are mortal.
I think a lot of artists feel like they are untouchable. And you have to know that every artist has their season. Every artist has their moment. They come in, they come out. And, you know, some people have multiple seasons. And those are truly the ones of legend, of icon status, of they are always going to do something. Like an example of that, which a really good example of that would be like Beyonce, right? She has proven on multiple occasions that when she comes out, it's going to do what she needs it to do, and when she goes away, she's done. She's like, okay, so y'all when the next one come out. When the next one come out, what's gonna happen? It's gonna do the same thing, right? Those are she can go in and out. And then an example of an artist who has had their time. And then they kind of like peaked in, peaked out, and then they're like, you know, what? Like they're kind of just like whatever right now. A good example would be like John Legend. I mean, it's a random example, but it's a good example. Where he, you know, he had Ordinary People, and then like that kind of took off with his like first album. Then he kind of dipped off a little bit, and then he came back with like in the 2016 era with what's that song? It's a song about All of You.
Oh yeah. Oh, he didn't even come back after that one.
But so again, example of up down up down. So he had an up spiral from Ordinary People, had a down spiral when he was making some other music that just kind of just didn't take off. Had another up spiral, had another down spiral, had another up spiral because he had another song where like he was doing like the voice and stuff, and he brought himself back into relevancy. And then had another down spiral when he just stopped. Like he had released a Christmas album and it didn't do well.
I think I remember him releasing that Christmas album. Nigga, it's a Christmas album.
Yeah, but everybody wants to be Mariah. Everybody wants to have their Christmas album or their Christmas song do numbers every year of Christmas because low key, it's a cheat code. I say it all the time, but like if you have a really good Christmas song, you're going to be rich forever.
That is true because every year for an entire, month and a half, it will be played.
Not even necessarily that. A lot of times these Christmas songs start getting played from October 31st all the way to January, like the second,
13th,
like the first and second week of January is when the music started getting cut off, and even sometimes it continue all the way to the end of January.
Sometimes till February because people are like, it's still snowing outside. Let's like celebrate Christmas. Bitch, Christmas is over 3 weeks ago. If you don't quit that shit, we are all broke and waiting for our tax returns. Let's go back into order.
That part.
Shut that Mariah bitch up.
Listen, I love Mariah Carey, and I love her so much. She is
But when it hit, when we broke after buying all them presents, I'm gonna need you to shut off the Mariah Carey, okay? I'm gonna need you to shut her down for a bit. Like
I joke about it all the time, but I'm like, Mariah Carey seemed to unthaw every year around Christmas, and then she frees up around January. I'm like, yes, keep that same pattern.
You like
make sure you because here I love it for about good 2 weeks. I would like because here's the thing, it's a good song. Like all I want for you. Like it's a really good song. Like
this is just one thing I need, and I care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Yeah, we're not gonna sing it.
But like you see, it's a good earworm because you see as soon as you started.
We literally just kept. But no, I haven't watched so many fucking Sonic AMVs back in the day with that song for Christmas. It's unreal.
Oh my goodness, not Sonic AMVs.
Sweetie, it was only Sonic AMVs back in the day. Back when I was 6 to 14.
Child.
13. Because, Levi came into my life when I was 13. Anyways.
I was going to say, did you have any thing you else want to say before we get ready to close out?
No, honestly, because I feel like we're going to keep on rambling. I was tired as fuck before we actually started recording, and then we started, and I'm like, I have energy.
I know. I like it's something about like being in the camera and the lighting, and I'm like, it's giving me life.
Yeah, it's not making me want to. My bed is very comfy looking right now, but still, I'm gonna get away from it.
It's the rain.
It really is, Brody. Like, don't.
I can't stand the rain.
I did want to bring up, like, wasn't Mariah Carey name brought up by Nick Cannon recently or something?
Child, I don't even know. And honestly, if it is, that's just one of Mariah Carey. Well, that's her only baby daddy, so I can't even say that's one of her baby daddies because that's her only baby daddy.
What? That's her only. Damn, she was like, not after that, motherfucker. He was too much.
She only got the twins.
He was too much.
Did she? Yeah, last time I remember, I think she only got the twins, right?
Listen, all I know is if you only have one kid, you doing your child a disservice. The fact that she had twins, thank God. You at least need one other child in that house because single children are not good people. Anyways,
Screaming. I will say this because I feel like a lot of single children end up being like selfish, like kind of people.
They are, and they don't understand like why people want to. Because you don't understand that you are a selfish person. You just don't understand it.
The only thing you think about is me, and then you wonder why people are like, well, I'm gonna leave, because
So. But no, it's because I'm working. I've worked with so many like single children. I keep calling them single children because you are. You're by yourself. All you have is your mommy and or daddy, bitch. You ain't got no siblings. You barely got any friends because your mommy and daddy refuses to put you with other people. Fuck. So sorry, but no. I've worked with 2 of them recently, and I'm realizing like you don't understand when somebody is like asking for help without asking for help. You don't get that. Okay. Okay. But maybe I need to be more like communicative when asking for help. But at the same time, it's like you see me. You see that I need help.
Okay, I can understand seeing you need help, but I'm also the type of person I'm like, if you don't ask for help, closed mouths don't get fed around here.
That is very true. I'm learning that. I'm very much learning that.
You have to speak.
Like when I'm starving, I need to open my mouth and be like, "Can you please help?" But if I'm like, I can go for some food, but like somebody ain't offering it, I still get like that because I'm the youngest. So I understand that I am spoiled as well.
Catered to, so
I used to be catered to, but at the same time, so I know that I have to cater. Yes, I know that I'm used to being catered to, but at the same time, I had to cater as well to older siblings if I wanted to be catered to. So it's like, I literally learned a give and take.
I'm sorry. I hate that I like literally turned everything into a song because why did immediately as soon as you said cater, I was like, let me cater to you because baby, this is your day.
Isn't there another song called, oh, let me cater to you That one.
It's the same
It's
song.
that song? Oh! I only know that part of the song.
Oh my goodness. That's literally one of my favorite Destiny Child songs.
Who did that pitch? Let me cater to you.
I think that's Michelle.
Yeah. See, I need to
Let
listen
me
to her.
cater to you.
I need to listen to her
Is
gospel
your
music.
my man. That's literally her. Cause you're beautiful.
I disappeared. Oh my Lord.
So my
Anyway.
daddy desire.
Alrighty, I think we could call
stimming
this a
too
show.
hard.
Yeah, we are stimming. Let's call
All
this a show.
So, thank you guys for tuning in today.
Thank you,
Obviously, I've
baby.
loved that we have a chat today. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Chad. Mwah. Appreciate you
Mrs.
coming by.
Our Tsunami Tiger coming through. Also, make sure that you also like and subscribe to Nikki's channel. And keep in tune for when we do actually move everything over to our new channel. We'll make sure we send links and everything over here. And you'll be able to follow over. Have a good rest of your day. Like and subscribe.
Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, love bugs. Bye. All right, let's